let's just take some time right now to just share what we've been able to learn or advance during our time up here. Like whether it be something related to the study or maybe like the environment of like the way we spent time with one another.
I mean, we finished book 2. We started book 3.
Finished book 5, huh?
The parts I remember the most of were part of the deepening understanding, like the themes. And like when we had to do presentations on them, I like doing that.
Was there like a particular theme that you really like?
I like the one about the true educators. Like how there's only the holy manifestations that can like truly be the perfect educator.
So we're learning about like how to teach children like in children's classes, and like I think it's interesting because there's a reason why they do things a specific way. Like, oh, first when they come in you do the lesson and then they get to play games and stuff like that. Like for example, singing songs in order to memorize quotes so they can use it later on in life.
There's so much like beauty and artistry in how he handles his execution, which is an almost unimaginable thing because in the face of death, he still manages to leave messages behind for us, and he still manages to express the faith in the strongest way we could imagine. So it was just a beautiful section, and it really made an impact on me.
And like the part about the death also like talked a lot about sacrifice. Like it teaches you about sacrifice. Like there's extremes that in like today's world it would look at it like it would seem as an extreme, but that really set off a new path for everyone else to follow.
I felt like a family, just being all here together in nature and also doing our studies and whatnot, singing songs together. Something that I found really important to emphasize on is like we're all going to be going through hardships. I'd say for everyone out there, and like from me being away from like mostly of the material things from the city, I'd say to stay strong. There are people around you who'd like to support, and you'd always have to express yourself in the nicest way possible.
We all want to see the world become a better place of peace and prosperity. And the way we can do this is by helping each other and uplifting each other and others in our community. And while doing this, we can imagine that we are walking on a path of service that is open to everybody, and it don't matter what pace you go at because at least you're walking on it.
So we made this art piece over here. We're not completely finished, but the idea is that we're all walking this path of service together, and even though it has these little portions here, so down here this would be the children's classes, and then over here the junior youth program, and then the study circles, which is what we're doing. But basically, even though we're all doing different things, we're still on the path of service together.
Basically, Alina mentioned that we're all walking this path of service, different paces, but we're all going the same way.
If you are wondering what these little paintings are about, by the way, so basically while we were doing book 3, there was a quote that was, regard man as a mine rich in gems of inestimable value. Education can alone depositories reveal itself and enable mankind to benefit therefrom. We were talking about how if we approach education in a different way, it'll feel more meaningful as a teacher, but also the student will benefit from it more because they'll learn to enhance different capacities in themselves.
Those are people who are still finding their path, such as Nika. She's making her way over.
She's walking her path of service this way, okay?
God restraineth the world is justice, for it is upheld by 2 pillars, reward and punishment. These 2 pillars are the source of life to the world, to the world.
If you make a wooden spear, you're supposed to put it in fire for a few seconds so that it hardens.
Yeah. Okay.
This is awesome.
Oh yeah. This guy with his random. Why is he so excited?
I love fire.
So much.